Morning everyone. I'm just coming on to do this week's card tutorial. My son Jaden makes his first Holy Communion next weekend and needed to make him a card. So I thought I would use that as my card of the week. Because it's obviously something that most of us do if we have any other kids in our families that are Catholic and do have this celebration. And it's not the easiest of cards to make because it's really difficult to know, especially if you're not a Catholic, what to put on it or what not to put on it. A lot of the ones that they sell in church are very religious, and if I'm honest, the kids just don't want that. So I'm coming up with a kind of alternative one which will still hold the religion part of it without it being domineering. So what I've done, printed the wee one's name out just on printer paper and backed it onto blue card which matches my blue crushed satin ribbon that I'm going to use, and also printed the date out on which he's going to make it, and again backed it onto card. So what I'm going to do first of all is adhere one side of this ribbon down. I'm just using my ATG and I'm just putting it on the back of the card. And I've cut plenty to make sure I have got quite a lot of room to stick down, even though I've just wasted half of it. Try again. I've got two sides. Dozy meal that I'm on the mend, people. Throat is still a bit croaky, but I'm feeling a lot better, so we're on the right way. Right, and then what I've got here is a small charm with a crucifix on it and a jump ring. I'm just closing my jump ring over. By rights I should be using 2 sets of pliers and a jump ring opener, but I don't have that handy right now and I'm just trying to do this for speed. So I'm just doing it quickly. That'll do it for me. So I want it to hang down the way. So I'm just going to scrumple up a wee bit of ribbon and thread it through my jump ring. This might be quite awkward, so take your time if you have to. I use crushed satin because it's a beautiful material, plus it's very thin and it's easy to work with. There we go. And I'll just turn that jump ring so the opening is at the back. There we go. And then I'll stick this other side down. Make sure I've got it level. That's the right there. So I'll just peel that back a wee bit so that I know I've got it in the right place. Pick up my ATG gun with my chin, obviously. More hands and thumbs today. It doesn't matter how exact or how out you are, because this part's going to be hidden anyway. You're not going to see this part when it goes down. And you can reposition it if it's not exact, don't worry about that. But I'm okay with that, I think that's just fine. Just play about with your charm until you get it where you want it to be. And then for this part, again I'm just using my ATG for quickness. And I'm just positioning it as near the centre as I can. And the same with this one. And I think I need to trim this one a wee bit more to make it in line with the top one. That's fine though. And this type of card could be used for christenings as well, or naming day ceremonies, baby cards. Instead of adding the charm of a religious symbol, put maybe a wee pair of baby booties or whatever suits you. A lot of the cards that are about just now are very simply elegant. They're not difficult cards to make. So I'm just placing that as near to centre as I can. That's obviously dangling so it can come down, that's fine with me. And then we'll just adhere it onto the card. 2 strips at the top and 2 wee strips at the bottom. I'll put one across the ribbon and one across the ribbon there. And then we're just positioning it. And I have cut it with about 1/4 of an inch margin round it. Border, whatever you want to call it. It's about 1/4 of an inch. And the reason I've done that is so that I can put my ribbon on. I hate ribbons being tucked inside. It's just a pet hate of mine. But if you don't mind that, go ahead and do it. I'm just going to add a few wee bits of bling. I don't know what ones I've got in here. And this is just to finish the card off properly. Yeah, they're fine. Yep. And what you could do is, if you didn't want to use the crucifix, I actually had this out as well. And it's a wee dove with an olive branch. You could have added that instead for a communion or confirmation. That's just another holy symbol that we use in the church. Right, so I'm just adding a few of these in. Maybe 1 and 2. I'll add another wee one up at the side of that. Because it's a boy and it's religious, I don't want to have too much bling in it, because then it does take it away from the religious set. And it is religious whether we like it or not. There we are. And that's the finished card for this week. Very simple, very elegant. And just remember, you can use this for any occasion. Welcome to the world. And just put pink ribbon for a wee girl, blue ribbon for a wee boy, and then add maybe your wee baby feet, and then the date that they were born, or make it even longer and add the date and the weight that they were. You can personalise it as much as you like. The font that I've used in this one was Rosewood. That's the name of the font I've used. I have a huge amount of fonts, but that's one that I do use quite a lot in cards because it's quite strong looking. So I hope you like that. I hope you get inspired by it and maybe have a wee shot at it yourself. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care and speak soon. Bye.